Great day, great day, great day. What I have to say today is a great day. It's a great day. Listen, when you're living in the divine presence of the all that is, as the divine presence that is in this now moment, it's a great day every day. What I'm here to speak on today will be, it's a question actually, rhetorical it may seem. However, are you doing the best you can with what you have? That's the question. Are you doing the best you can with what you have? Yes, once again, today's date is the 27th of February 2022, and I come to you as the Melanin Man. Yes, that's right. The Melanin Man, aka a voice of consciousness. And I'm here to speak or completely communicate on the level of that which is coded, concealed, but yet is not a secret. And that is, are you doing the best that you can with what you have? Now, many may say, well, I don't have this, or I don't have that, or I don't have much money, or I don't have an education, or I don't have, and so on and on and on. Many will speak as to what they do not have in their mind, because it's based on someone else's presentation of what should be. So you measure by, you tend to start to compare to, you look at how something is or isn't up to the standards of someone, anyone but you. It's not up to the standards of society. This is not the religious way. My family said, or I was raised by, everything but what is the best that you have to offer. No comparison, because none can compare. Your fingerprint says there's no one else like you. That means something. In the grand scheme of the divine that all, the divine of the all that is, as divinity is divine. We are individualized individuations of the presence that is now. I know everybody wants to go back in history and talk about what happened before then and that time, and they did this and somebody did that, and there are all kind of issues around all types of things that keep us focused on everything but what is that thing that is needed by the all of you. And that is, are you doing the best with what you have? Are you doing the best that you can with what you have? So what you have is all that's needed in this now moment, believe it or not. What you have is all you'll ever need in any moment. You were prepared for this place that we're in. If you wasn't, you wouldn't be here. Let me say that again. You were prepared for this place that you're in. Whatever place you might find yourself in. You were prepared for it, and you were preparing for it. And now the authenticity of the all that you are is given the opportunity to be the all that is. So are you doing the best you can with what you have? All you have is divine essence. All you have is eternally infinite soul that does not diminish. It ever and forever infinitely will increase. So all you have is that which is the all that is streaming through you. Now, if no one has told you that, it's because it's important that you be distracted and kept away from what is truly the power. The power is not in money. You ought to know that by now. The power is not in the government. You ought to know that by now. The power is not in what they said you are or aren't. The power is in you. Now, the all that you are is the representation of the all that is as you. Your fingerprint says that. Your individualized individuation of the one source. And so your source, the source within you, is plugged into the source of all. So there's no duality. There's no separation. There's only oneness. And the oneness that you can experience within yourself connects you to the all that is one. So we must understand that doing the best that you can is the only way that you are going to liberate yourself from whatever bondage you might think you might have, whatever spell you may think is on you, whatever. You must do the best that you can with what you have. Give thanks for that which is already. See, we think we manifest nothing. Manifestation means that something has been created. There's no creation. There's only oneness. And that oneness is There is no, everything exists right now simultaneously with everything else. You name it. Up, down, high, low, in, out, around, about. Everything exists in this now moment. However, depending on the frequency, depending on the level of vibratory frequency that you can maintain at any one moment, you will not experience it unless you vibrate at the level that magnetizes that frequency to you or you to it. So we all have the ability to live in whatever reality we choose. So what do you choose? Do you choose the best of yourself or the lowest aspect of yourself? It's all you. High or low, in or out, whatever you think you are, whatever you don't think you are not. It's on you. It is not any comparisons that can be made to the dynamics that you represent in your way when you do the best that you can. Not compared to, not trying to be better than, not thinking you're more than, just what is the best that I have to offer in this moment. That's all. There's no, the price has already been paid, basically. Especially when we talk about pain and suffering and heartache and drama and trauma. There's no more living in a world that is out to get you. There's no more of that. You are enough, and all that you are is enough for wherever you are. However, if you lack the experience with the exposure to that which streams through you freely, then you don't know that. And so when you don't know something, you tend to believe anything. It must be understood that those that tend to want to tell you what you are don't know who you are. So I'm not here to tell you anything. I'm not here to preach to you about anything. All I'm here to do, plain and simple, is to remind you, hey, remember this, remember that, remember your divinity, remember the contract that you signed prior to coming to this realm. Remember the covenant that your soul has made with the source that is the all that you are. That's what's been keeping you through all of this. That's what's been keeping us all through all of this. All of that which you are and always have been and always will be, by the way, is never going to change. The cycles will change, yes. We have different cycles. You have 12 personalities on this planet, or that we have to experience with. But there's a 13th that they don't know or talk about. And that is the one that's not separate from, but it's the amalgamation of them all. And you are the all that is, as you are right now, right wherever you are. And you must know that. And if you don't go inside to search and research and experience the presence that you already are connected to, ain't no, I'm disconnected because I'm doing drugs, or I'm disconnected because I drink. Oh yeah, I like to eat pork. It doesn't matter. Listen, the spirit transcends all material, any material. As a matter of fact, all that is material is an illusion anyway. Yeah, that's right. Even you. Everything that you can touch, feel, smell, see on the physical realm is only a mere representation of that which is projected or has been projected, or a projection from the mind's eye of the all that is representative by you. And that's your soul. There's a big circle and a center in that circle. And in that center streams to all areas of the circumference of that circle. You represent an angle of that stream, of a stream in the circle. Never disconnected, never unattached, always tethered to the one. However, if you think you are not, then you are not. Plain and simple. And everything around you will conform and magnetize or demagnetize depending on your level of reference, frame of reference, thought processes, conscious resonance. Because we energy, frequency, and vibration. Energy, frequency, and vibration. Energy, frequency, and vibration. That's all. Now, that's enough. That's more than enough. And that can take you anywhere you want to go. Well, it's all in your mind. Yep. Everything that we have lived by, been governed with, and is conditionally programmed to, has been of someone's mind. Some groups of ones or whoever, but it's been of someone's mind. You have the ability, even within the midst of all of what someone else is projecting on you, You have you have within your mists the power to resist, or as well as block any energies that's not welcome. So I ask you again, are you doing the best you can with what you have? And what you have cannot be measured. I know they talk about, well, I don't have enough of this, or I don't live there, or I don't drive this, and I don't, all that stuff is material stuff that it will come and go. Just like you have the ability to come and go. And come and go on any level at any resonant frequency that you can maintain consciously. And then there are some that are vibrating at a high frequency and they're not conscious, meaning the harmony and the balance of the conscious stream of energetic resonance that's flowing through them, they're not synchronized or harmonizing with that, yet they're being lifted. So we have the ability to do what the whole point is, to have the desire to want to be a part of the free-flowing legacy that is the all that is. You got to have or want to have the desire to do that, and then move in a direction. You don't have to do it like 100%, like, oh, it's supposed to be this, it's supposed to be that. No, what's the best idea of that which is in you is the best that you have to offer. What is that? You don't have to tell me. There's no one that can measure that. You can't even measure it. All you must do is have the purest of heart. And a pure heart only means you love and want to be a part of the all that you already are. Not how to please someone, mother, father, family, the government, schools, job. It's not about somebody, anybody, but you. And are you doing the best you can with what you have? That's the question. And I'm only saying that. It's rhetorical. You don't owe me an answer. You don't owe anyone anything. The dues have been paid. The DNA that they called junk DNA is because they have no idea what it's connected to or what it can do. And I'm here to tell you right now, yes, this is one thing I'm telling you right now, and that you are being turned on. And so all you have to do is tune in and then turn it up. You are being turned on, not by me or the words that I'm saying, by the time that this is, by the time that it is that's flowing as now, the presence of the energies that's pervasively inundating everything right now, the universality and the galaxies that we already are in. We already are in space. We are already moving at a breakneck speed to where? To eternal infinitum. This ain't never gonna stop. So we're gonna do this over and over and over and over again. And guess what? What we're doing again is remembering who we are. That's what this is all about. So when you attempt to put in your best effort to be the best you can, they say the universe shows up. The presence of the all that you are, which is soul, shows up. In other words, while you have a spirit, and that spirit animates you on this plane, the soul sits outside and feeds you and gives you and nourishes you and keeps you. It doesn't succumb to any of this materialism. It has nothing to do with any of this, other than the fact that this is the realm, this is the plane, and this is how we operate in this. We must know We can no longer afford to believe in something that doesn't have our best interests at heart. So that you being the best that you can, or doing the most with what you have to offer, is enough. You just have to know that. You just have to go with that. You just have to roll with the flowing, free-flowing, energetic presence that you already are, as the all that is, represented as you. We're not here to compete. Compete against what? Remember the circle? And what's at the center of the circle? And you being an angle of light streaming from the center of that circle and taking a place in the circumference of that circle, an angle of light, a frequency that has a resonance that is significant. You're not bound by anything or anyone unless you choose to be. It's not you got to do this and you got to do that. What you have to do is do the best you can with what you have. You have a vehicle, you don't know how to drive it. Okay, you have a vehicle you know how to drive, but you don't really know all of the details of the particular switches and the buttons and the levers and you don't know how to steer it yet. Well, you got to learn now fast, because you're in a place. Well, actually, you don't really have to steer it. Just find that draft, find that stream, that flow that is the all that you are, and ride the wave, baby. That's all you got to do. And that means to what? Love yourself. And when you love yourself, you generate energetic resonance that shows and gives love to all others. And you don't have to put up with foolishness. You don't have to stay where you don't not want it. You don't have to be in a situation you're not happy with. All you have to do is love yourself. And if nobody understand you the way you love yourself, then that's their problem or issue. You don't have to be there. You owe no one anything. You paid the price. The price has been paid. There's no dues anymore left to pay. It's only the harvesting now. The seeds have been planted, and all of the manure that we've grown through and gone through, and all of the dry, that's over. You can say you want to hold on to it because that's all you know. That's fine. However, at some point you're gonna have to let it go, because why? You can't take it with you. But they talk about that when you die. Yeah. So the old you is dead, whether you want to accept it or not, and you can't take it with you where you're going now. So being the best that you can, doing the best with what you have. My auntie used to ask me that when I was in school, in grade school. She said, "Hey, I didn't graduate. I didn't go to, third grade. I had to feed the family, help with the chores, and do this and do that." But she's an oracle. She was an oracle, because she could tell you stuff that you couldn't see, but it would happen. And again, magnetism, frequency, energy, frequency, and vibration. However, we are so used to connecting things materially, physically, we have to see it or it doesn't exist. The things that you don't see is the things that have the most power. And they've not seen or know anything of who you really are. Yet afraid and fearful, because a lot of them know. When I say them, I'm talking about those that seek to subjugate, oppress, and do all the things that commands control. You don't have to command control. You are control. You don't have to command oneness. You are one. You don't have to exert anything in the lower realm or the lower frequencies of that which has not served your best interest, you no longer have to participate in that. That is the choice that you made because of the conditioning and the programming that was set. You now have the ability to reset. Isn't that what everybody's doing? Isn't that what they're saying they're doing? All of this going on now is about resetting the system. What about you resetting your system? So I don't give you directives. I don't give you specific particulars on what you should or shouldn't do, because the soul in you knows. It's not about me imagining or controlling your imagination and taking you on a journey with me and let's look at this together and see this over here. No, it's always about you flicking switches, whatever the coding is. You code it and you decode whatever it is in you as you. No one has that ability unless you give it to them. And you're not giving it to them. What you're doing is you're believing in them. And when you believe in something, that means you don't know enough about the thing and you're accepting what somebody else is saying. When you know, that means you have experience. The experience brings the wisdom, and that wisdom allows you to know from experience. You have an interaction with it. If someone's telling you about a speaker, or telling you about not a speaker, but like a speaker standing up talking, but a speaker of an audio speaker, or someone tells you about a television, or someone tells you about something, or you read up on it, you just are receiving information. When you have the experience around it, with it, it is knowledge. You don't get knowledge from a book. You get knowledge from the experiences that you're having with your life, because you are present and currently the all that is, being you. Whatever you're being a butt wipe, if you're being a Pulitzer Prize winner, whatever you're being, you are determining what it is that you are doing in that moment. And your frequencies can change based on the consciousness what level of consciousness that you're able to maintain. So if you want to maintain the worst of yourself, so be it. It's okay. That's your choice. However, those that are not resonating on that same frequency won't have nothing to do with you. Those that's on a different frequency will see you and move on past you, or not be nowhere close to you. Because remember, you're going to be magnetizing. See, everything exists at once. So what happens is we hold a resonance or some frequency, level of frequency, and we magnetize ourselves to those things we have a desire for. It either comes to us or we go to it. Experiences will generate energy around the idea, and that idea attracts whatever your desires are of your heart. See, we're talking about some stuff that you can't measure. You're pure at heart, then that means you have nothing but love, and you're not concerned with hurting or trying to get back. You're only concerned with exponentializing the power that you already are. And so we can push and pull and fight and do all types of things that really gets you nowhere but staying on the hamster wheel on the low frequency vibration, which generates currency or currents for that which does you no good, or it doesn't bring the best out of you. So what I'm speaking about is doing the best you can with what you have. And whatever that means to you, that's what you do, because it's the heart that's really what's going to transform. Whatever it is that's in your heart, it's going to transform, or it's going to allow you to be magnetized to that which is to be your experience. You're the director. I've said it before. You're the actor. You are the producer. You're the light man. You're the grip. You're the stunt man. You're everything. You are everything. And everything is you. Now, what do you choose to do? Because it's about choice. And it's not about, oh, they made me, I don't have the discipline. Well, if you say you don't have it, then you don't. See, if you desire to do something and you say, well, my discipline is not quite there yet, then you ask for the strength to be more disciplined around that which you want to have an experience with, to take you to the next level or another level, or do something different than what you've been experiencing because it has not been making you happy or you're not happy with it. The happiness that we are experiencing, or for those of us that are experiencing happiness, it's a choice. It's a choice. You may have to let some stuff go in order to have peace and have sane, to not be insane. You may have to let some stuff go. And so it is very, 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 very incumbent upon you, the divine presence that you already are. It's incumbent upon you to do what? Be the best that you can. Do the best you can with what you have in any given moment. This is the Melanin Man, a voice of consciousness.